Hi, my name is Angus Ho with Daddy Dad, a part of the Ash Management Group. I want to show how you can budget as a full-time engineer, make real estate investments, and live an exceptional family life as a dad. So, come along with me in this journey of wealth. This pandemic has definitely become an unusual year, and with that comes some different tax deductions in Canada. The CRA announced on December 15th that those who work from home more than 50% of the time over at least 4 consecutive weeks in 2020 due to COVID-19 will now be eligible to claim the home office expenses deduction. The agency says the use of a shorter qualifying period will ensure that more Canadians can benefit from the deduction. So today I want to make a quick video on what the home office expense tax deduction is, who can claim it, and how to claim it. It's so important to know this information because in the ASH method of accumulate, claiming this tax deduction will help you accumulate wealth faster. With that extra boost, you can treat yourself to a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar, pay down some of your debt, even invest it into a stock like GameStop if that's your thing. Whatever it is, I implore you to make sure you claim that deduction because it's still money. I also implore you to smash that like button to fight those dislike trolls. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm such that I can continue to make great content for you. Let's get right into what the home office expenses for employees is. With more Canadians working from home amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the Canada Revenue Agency has simplified how employees can claim home office expenses on their personal income tax return for 2020. According to the CRA, a new temporary flat rate method will allow eligible Canadians to claim a deduction of $2 per each day they work from home because of COVID-19 up to a maximum of $400. Under this new method, the CRA says Canadians will not have to get certain tax forms signed by their employers to be eligible. To simplify the claims process for Canadians, the CRA says it has made amendments to its work-from-home tax forms T2200S and T777S, and has launched a calculator to assist with the calculation of eligible home office expenses. A list of all eligible home office expenses is available online. I will leave a link in the description down below for these forms for quick access. The CRA reported that 174,000 Canadians applied for the workspace in the home deduction for the 2018 tax year, which accounted for $271 million, or an average of $1,500 per person. Now that we know a little bit about this deduction, let's talk a little bit about the eligibility. You are eligible to claim a deduction for home office expenses for the period you work from home if you meet all of the criteria. First, you worked from home in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic or your employer required you to work from home. Second, you worked more than 50% of the time from home for a period of at least 4 consecutive weeks in 2020. Third, if you're planning to use the detailed method to complete the claim, you must have a completed and signed Form T2200S or Form T2200 from your employer. Fourth, the expenses are used directly in your work during the period. To calculate which days counts as a workday is defined as by the CRA. First, days you work full-time hours from home, and second, days you work part-time hours from home. Days that don't count are days off, vacation days, sick leave days, and other leave of absence. Now, on to the last part of claiming this expense. The CRA has created a tool to calculate your expenses. I will also leave a link in the description down below that you can use easily. It's a pretty simple tool. The first question it asks you is which kind of expense are you claiming? I would select a temporary flat rate of $2 for each day because my job doesn't require me to purchase a lot of stuff, especially when most of it is claimable through my company. I would also select a different option if the job required you to purchase a lot of the equipment which the company wouldn't reimburse. After selecting the claiming method, it gives you a bit more information. Then it asks How many days did you work from home during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020? I would claim the full 200 hours as that is around 5 months. I worked from home since the World Health Organization declared a pandemic in March. After putting 200 hours, the result is displayed, and as predicted, I can claim the full amount of $400. This amount will go on line 9939 on the T777S form, which will also be on line 22900 of your return. Okay, so the next step is to actually put it on your tax return. I use TurboTax as my tax application software, so if you like TurboTax, then it'll be super simple. To do this, you have to go under your profile. Then it asks, did you work in 2020? You say yes. Then you have to be employed, so I would check that. Afterwards, and this is where the tricky part comes in, is it asks you, do you have expenses related to your employment? You have to select yes. Then you would check the box where it says, I had employment expenses. As you click through, once you get to the employment expenses section, you will land in a page like this, where it says, if you work from home during 2020 due to COVID-19 closures, you're eligible to claim work from home expenses. Then I would tick the box. I didn't receive either form from my employer, but would like to claim home office expenses. This option is only available during COVID-19. Normally, your employer, and if you would like to go this method, would need you to provide you with the T2200S. Then you have to confirm that you worked at least 50% of the time from home and that your employer did not reimburse you for the amount. On the next screen, you would enter the number of days you worked at home. For me, it was 200 days, so let's go ahead and enter that. There you go, it's all entered in. Now, to verify that it went through, we would check the T777S line 9939. We can simply do that by going into Form Method View. So far, it looks like the numbers got entered in and the box 9939 has $400. Going back to the T1 General, we need to look for line 22,900 on the tax return. You can see that it is entered into the form correctly. Beautiful! It's pretty simple. I hope you find this walkthrough and tutorial pretty simple for the working from home tax break. At the end of the day, you'll probably get around $100 back from this tax break, which is still a good amount to do whatever you want with. If it was up to me, I would use this money to buy a stock with. In a way, I'm glad the government of Canada is helping its citizens out a little bit in hard times like today. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to smash that like button. Seriously guys, it would really help my channel out and I would be indebted to you guys. If you have any questions, please join the conversation at the Daddy Dat Facebook group. Comment below what your thoughts are on this tax break and let the YouTube community help you answer any questions you might have. Thanks for watching! If you would like to hear more budgeting, engineering, or real estate tips, please leave a comment down below on what you want to hear. Smash that like button, subscribe button, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I post new videos every week on Mondays and Thursdays. From the Ash Management Group, this is Daddy Dat saving you money.